EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in up in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yes.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start here with Jackson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Bravo.
They'll set up the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's Tyler Newsome now. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Lock in the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Block going to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 30-yard play on third.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
First carry for Royce Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. To throw it is Locke. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Ready? 15, line. 15 line. 6-6, pull it high.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Echo. March 49. March 49.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Chargers take their 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line. Smith. Get it.
They'll set up to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4. Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Watch the out, watch the out.
Hey, Delta.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Free bud. Check the backer, check the backer.
Go out. Ready.
Now back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but it's going to be second down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Move.
Go.
Check right 47. Check right 47. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go, baby.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Block now to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Locke. That's complete to Jake Butt. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 43. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Locked to throw for it on fourth. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. Quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, and that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And
they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. A big 1st down on the fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Hey, team 6. Go.
He'll look to throw. That incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Go.
Hey, check, Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about in the passing game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check safety, check safety.
You draw quarter. Now.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jake Butt, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Ready?
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. The Sanders has got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. On 1st down, Lindsey. "34 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check pass, check pass. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check.
Topper.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready?
53 is the mic.
6-6. Pull it high.
Shit.
Big grip.
On 1st down, Locke. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Tack McKinley. He's the one that got home. A loss of 9. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Locke going to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
He's coming. Check in. Come off the wall.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 29, Locke, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke, it's caught by Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run any.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 19. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Go, go, go!
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Locke now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Lindsey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
64, weak. 5.
On 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Locke now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, but it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch
Protein spill.
Now it's Lindsey. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Check.
6-6. Bullet high. 5.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
18 Gator.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Get it.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Eluding the pressure right. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility. Up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation, you might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Got it.
47. Mike's 47.
Go. 61. Matchbox lights.
47 to Mike, boy. 47.
2nd and 9 now.
Let's go, dude.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of it.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
2nd and 15. That's caught by Jackson. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Looking to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They run again with Jackson. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock. They put the ball in the air here on 3rd.
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Check pass. Check pass.
To Hunt.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Set. 90 Wolf.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
To go.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they